Zach D Films is one of the fastest growing channels at the moment, gaining over 2 billion views every month. Among all of his great videos with hundreds of millions of views, there are some videos that are questionable. I've always wondered how his videos would look if he was a real life YouTuber. Well, today is the day. First up is this video.
This is a stack of $1,000,001 bills. It's about 50 feet higher than the Statue of Liberty. $1 billion would be a lot higher, reaching 67 miles. This would just surpass the edge of the atmosphere, technically reaching space. Now, you might think Elon Musk's net worth of over $200 billion would reach the moon, but it doesn't even make it 7% of the way there. Even Apple's company valuation of nearly $3 trillion only makes it about 85% of the way to the moon. But if you take the current US national debt of $33 trillion, you could make it all the way to the moon and back 4.5 times.
Let's make the thumbnail for that video. I used this photo as the background and I also found this astronaut. I cut him out and placed it here. Then I flipped the whole thing. I made this black and got Zach's photo. After that, I made him look like he's looking at the side. Then added some shadows and highlights to his face and made his eyes a little brighter. I found this money stack. I had to change the earth to a position where the money would fit. Using that stack, I made a longer stack. Added some shadows to the suit and a little blue light. Then did the shadows on the money stack. Painted a highlight along the edge as well. I placed this rocket. After that, added the text and the arrow. Then finally did the color grade. Here it is. I stacked $1 billion. After that, this is the second video.
If a spider grew to 1,500 pounds and had 15-foot legs, it could theoretically hunt a human. But it wouldn't be quite that simple. You see, they breathe through thin layers of stacked tissue, but these lungs only work for small bodies. A giant spider wouldn't absorb enough oxygen and it would quickly suffocate. Even if it did somehow survive, its legs couldn't support its massive weight. So without major evolutionary changes, we're safe from giant spiders.
I got this spider and fixed the shadows. Then I'm gonna cut this guy and combine Zach's face to him. I matched the color of the face with the body and added a shadow. After some light corrections on Zach, I changed the color to a more reddish one. Then I'm gonna place this tree right here, some shadows and added another tree. I changed the color of both of the trees. I made them a little blurry so it matches with the rest of the background. Then got this crashed car. I'm gonna place it right under the spider's leg. Did some shadow and highlights and I gave it more texture in the final color grade. We are done. Surviving 24 hours in the spider world. I know that's a stupid title, but it's the only way to make it feel more real. And we have another shot.
If an alligator grabs you, it might start a death roll, a terrifying spin meant to dismember prey. To survive, you should try to roll in the same direction as the alligator. If you have a free arm, aim for the alligator's eyes, or try to jab its nostrils. And if all else fails, play dead. Sometimes the alligator will release its grip, giving you a chance to escape.
I found this giant alligator, then made its mouth more red. After that, I'm gonna cut Zach's head and place it inside the alligator's mouth. Then took his neck and did the same. I added shadows to the neck and the face. This is pretty much it. I did the final color grading and here it is. How I escaped an alligator. Next up is this video.
If you're stuck in a water slide that's filling up with water, most people think they should try to climb back up. But the slippery surface makes this nearly impossible. Instead, focus on staying calm and try to create space for air by tilting your head back. If water keeps rising, use your hands to push yourself forward. If you can't move, brace yourself as the water fills the slide entirely. Once the pressure equalizes, you may be able to push forward and float to safety.
I found a water slide and this happy man. I placed him here and combined Zach's face to him. Then I made this shirt red and painted some shadows and highlights. A darker shadow here as well. Then I filled up this shape with black and got this water texture. I spent like 20 minutes and finally finished the water. After that, I made the things underwater a little darker, added the text. Finally, I flipped it and did the color grade. Here it is, stuck in a water slide for 24 hours. Now subscribe.